What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol VRPX for Virpax Pharmaceuticals. On the left-hand side, we are looking at the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. First thing to point out is the elephant in the room. Obviously, we saw a huge expansion of range to the upside on some positive news about an FDA approval, but after all, this is a technical analysis, so let's stick to the price action. Just mapping out obvious areas of support and resistance from the daily time frame, I would certainly argue these highs in here offer prior resistance. They should act as support if there is a huge turnaround to the downside. And again, I'm not anticipating that based on this activity just yet, but just giving you some targets to look forward to if there is a move, right? So we have the low of the day, obviously 646, and then the gap closed down at $4.51. Again, not saying it goes there, just want you to have those on your radar if anything downside does develop. As a matter of fact, actually, let's just discuss quickly that there are no shares to short here and obviously not an options chain, so you're not going to go short via puts, right? So not worth wasting your time looking for a downside setup. Instead, shifting the focus over to the intraday time frame here, the 30-minute, what we can see is that we had a nice pop and a pullback. So what we always like to do is just gauge the strength of the moves inside of the stock. And if we break out the Fibonacci's, what we can see is that we never violated the line in the sand here. As we know, the 61.8, we actually held up at the 50% and never even closed a candle underneath that. So this first pullback strikes me as healthy, and obviously it led to a nice breakout following. So if we break out, no pun intended here, the Fibonacci's from the low all the way up to the high of this move, what's going on with this 38.2? Was it respected? Well, certainly, right? That's the level right there. You can clearly see a pullback into it, and now consolidation up in this range. That would strike me as the most bullish outcome for VRPX. If we can consolidate above this 1241, fine, fantastic. Look for the breakout up and over the high here, close to 16 the whole dollar. If we do start to break down under this number though, that's 1241, not 421, 1241. If we break down underneath, what are the next targets underneath? Well, 50% Fibonacci generally acts as support, and certainly the 61.8, which conveniently coincides with the prior high. So I would certainly also add to your list $10.15 as a potential area for a reversal, right? And what do I mean by that? If we consolidate in here and then start to break down, well, if we get into 10.15, let me just draw out a potential scenario. We do this, and then we get into here. Be on the lookout for any signs of reversal. So look for hammer candles, look for indecision dojis, anything that would basically make you question, is this pullback starting to end? Can we flip long over the highs and start to retarget some of these critical areas, which we have just mapped out for you here today in this video. 16 would be after that, and obviously blue sky territories up and over that whole number. So if you enjoyed the video, if you learned anything new, let me know in the comments section. We're clearly looking for bullish continuation. Volume needs to remain elevated, so on and so forth. So again, leave the video with a comment, leave it a thumbs up, all that good stuff. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description. And all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.